fellow makeup enthusiasts, welcome back to my perfectly healthy expression of makeup enthusiasm. My name is Lainey and I like to talk about makeup on the internet. That's it. Not a makeup artist, not a makeup expert. I just like to talk about makeup. Mostly I like to talk about the colors that I like or the colors that I don't like, and I don't really get any deeper than that most of the time. The topic of today's video is the Beautylish Lucky Bag 2019. And if you clicked on this video, let's face it, nobody knows who I am. I am a microscopic germ of a YouTube channel. You know what it is. You probably ordered one yourself. You are probably compiling your very own wish list in your head. This is my wish list. In a perfect world, this is what I would get in my lucky bag. I don't expect to get all of these products. I don't expect to get any of these products. It's just fun to think about what I might get. And it's fun to think about what I really hope to get. So if I come across as entitled or bitchy or persnickety, that's not my intention. This is just for fun. So let's go ahead and get into it. And my very fancy lighting, the sun, just got a whole lot brighter, so I had to pull the curtains. I had to adjust the camera angle, blah, blah, blah. I hope that's not a problem. Is it a problem? It's not a problem. Getting right into the description of my fantasy lucky bag, the first thing on the list is something that I have never heard anyone talk about. It is called Lucas's Paw Paw Ointment, and it is extremely affordable. I think it's probably on par with like the Bioderma micellar water that a lot of people were getting. In fact, it's a little bit more expensive than that, but it's like 12 bucks for a little tube. And on the Beautylish website, it gets really good reviews. People are saying that it works really well for chapped lips, for dry skin, even if you have little cuts, cat scratches, for example, it is supposed to work really well. I've had it on my wish list forever, and I just never have needed to use it because it's always kind of been hanging out there just in case I need to bump the total up to get the flex pay. But that's definitely a product that I would use or at least like to try, so that is number one on my wish list. That's kind of boring. Next on the wish list, I would like to talk about hair products. Last year, I do believe that every single person got the Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray, myself included, and it was a shit show. So hey, Beautylish, anybody who does a mystery bag or a subscription box, there are lots of people in this world who have coarse, thick, possibly very frizzy hair. Myself included. Raise the roof in the comments if you are someone with coarse, frizzy, or otherwise unruly hair that does not respond well to texturizing spray. I think that it would be a great idea to include just a basic plain old dry shampoo. The Oribe Gold Lust dry shampoo is really good. I've used it, I liked it, it smelled nice, it did its job. Why not put that in there? And it's the same exact price as the dry texturizing spray. But you know what would be an even cooler thing to include in the lucky bag is this baby right here. The Oribe Run Through Detangling Primer. I use this all the time. In fact, when I upload my Lainey's Choice Awards for 2018, this wins in the hair product category. This wins in the hair product category. Not only does it detangle and smooth the hair, it also seals the cuticles and helps to protect it from heat. So I use it if I have to blow dry my hair, which I don't do very often, but every now and then I have to. When I flat iron my hair, which I do very often, or when I curl my hair, which I also do very often. But when I curl it, I don't want it to be up to here. I want it to just be nice and bouncy and pretty and soft and fucking smooth. Next up, we have the skincare category. Trust me, this will get more interesting as I go along. I personally am not all that interested in skincare. I am very afraid of skincare that I don't know. I've had some bad experiences, but there are some items that I wouldn't mind getting. Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. That would be great. They have a little mini one. Throw that in. I've always been low-key curious to try that. I'd appreciate it. And then I know Beautylish carries some really high-end, beautiful luxury brands. Sisley would be really great. I did try a sample of their foundation one time, and wow, was it good. So something from them would be fantastic. Something from La Mer would be fantastic. I've never even tried a sample of that brand. I just can't justify the price tag. I mean, I already have, not affordable, but like mid-range skincare that works really well for me. Plus, I don't want to get addicted to something that's that expensive and then feel like I have to buy it over and over or my skin will crack and fall off. But if somebody sent it to me in a mystery box, I'd appreciate it. Also, I am always super happy to receive any kind of makeup remover. I was hoping to get the Bioderma micellar water last year. I didn't get it. I was kind of disappointed because that stuff is really good and it's something that I always use. I've never had a bad reaction to a makeup remover, so that would be a really great thing to include in my own personal fantasy lucky bag. Moving on to the fun stuff, the makeup. Okay, you guys. I have to be honest with you. When I was compiling this list in my head and writing this wish list down, because let's be honest, I have to make notes when I do videos, I just had the biggest boner for blushes and the biggest hard-on for highlighters. Blushes and highlighters, those are at the tippy tip of my brain when it comes to this wish list. And I'm not that into blushes. I'm not that into highlighters. I like them, I use them, but they are not the products that get me super excited. Well, obviously they do. But here's why they are so prominently featured on this wish list. It's because I tend not to buy them for myself. I tend to think, okay, I've got 3 blushes, I'm good. Which is normal for a normal person. It is messed up for somebody who loves makeup so much that she makes videos about it. Same goes for highlighters. I like them, but I can't justify them. But if somebody sent me one in a mystery box, or maybe sent me an entire highlighting palette in a mystery box, or a beautiful highlighting and blush palette with the word diamond in it, I wouldn't be upset. So, first off, Jouer. I've tried Jouer eyeshadow, I like it. I have never tried a Jouer highlighter. Why not? I don't know, because I don't buy them for myself for some reason. But I would love to get a highlighter from Jouer in Celestial, Rose Quartz, or Ice. No other shade, because that would just look like sparkly dirt on my face, because I'm a ghost. Continuing with the Jouer theme, I would love to get one of their blush duos. I've heard great things about that. And speaking of blush duos, Natasha Denona just came out with a diamond and blush duo, and that's pretty cheap. So that would be a great thing to throw in there. And speaking of diamond and blush, oh my gosh, if I got a diamond and blush palette, that would be so sublime. I've wanted the Daria palette, the one that is suited for ghosts. I've wanted this thing for over a year. It's been on my wish list. I swatch it every single time I go into Sephora, and I think, when can I justify this price tag? Considering that I have highlighters, I have blushes, I don't really need this. This is something that I just can't justify, but I want it. I want it so badly. And while we're on the subject of face products, what about a face palette? I would never buy a face palette for myself. I'm not that interested, usually, in highlighters or blushes. I don't really use bronzer at all, unless it has a unicorn on it. Judge me. You should judge me, but that bronzer is actually really good. But I use it for contouring, not for bronzing. Judge me some more. I dare ya. Anyway, I would love to have a face palette. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily love to have one. I would never buy one for myself, but I would love to try one, like this beautiful thing from Hourglass. I would try that. Maybe I would love it. I have the ambient lighting powder, the ambient lighting power. And from Too Faced, I can't remember the name of this, but their face palette. I thought this was boring as shit when it came out, but now that I'm thinking about face palettes, I would try this. I think I might actually like this. And this is where people tend to think I'm a little bit crazy, or maybe a little bit bitchy. Lip products. I was sitting here thinking about lip shades that piss me off because I get unreasonably angry, like angry. Physically, my head gets hot and I get mad at nude lipsticks. They piss me off. So I was sitting here thinking, what lip shades do I like? Well, pinks. I like pink lipsticks as long as they are my natural lip shade or darker. I love corals. Love corals. I'm wearing a coral lip today. anything in the coral range. I like it. I like orange lipsticks, anywhere from a muted orange to a flaming orange that's oranger than my hair. Love them. I like reds. So the only shades that really piss me off are the light pinks, the beiges, and the browns. Everything else I'm good with. But every time I get a mystery box or a subscription box, if it has a lip product in it, it's fucking nude, or it's fucking light, or it's fucking ugly. And nothing gives me more pleasure than to take that little fucker and chuck it in the trash. Now let's talk about my two favorite makeup products: eyeliner and fake eyelashes. If I could only use two makeup products for the rest of my life, it would be eyeliner and fake eyelashes. And honey, I am not picky when it comes to eyeliner. I will wear anything. Now, fake lashes, I am persnickety when it comes to fake lashes. My favorite lashes are Natalia from House of Lashes. Love those. I also really love the Kiss lashes that you can get in the drugstore. Corset is my preferred style. I love Ardell lashes. I still use those. However, the Ardell magnetic lashes suck Satan's ass. They were horrible. Easily the worst makeup product that I have tried in 2019. We're not in 2019 yet. In 2018. Oh my gosh. First of all, they were hard to trim to fit your eyes because of the magnets. Second of all, you couldn't wrap them around your finger or do this to them to get them to kind of form. My eyes are round, so I need to get them to form kind of a rounded shape. Because of the magnets, you couldn't get them to do that. So they wouldn't lie flat against your lash line. And so there was always this little part of it sticking up in the corner of your eye and sticking out on the outer corner of your eye. They were awful. So as far as products that I do not want in my lucky bag, the magnetic lashes, I will be fighting mad if I get those. I'm serious. I will be physically enraged if I get those. They're so bad. Also, that little Twin Stars eyeshadow palette that everybody hated, I don't want that. So for the grand finale, we're going to be talking about everybody's favorite makeup product, eyeshadow palettes. So, what do I want? Well, honestly, I would rather have a perfume. You know, one of these little 30 ml Jo Malone perfumes that retail for about $68? I would rather have a perfume than an eyeshadow palette. Comment down below, do you like perfume? Do you like getting it in mystery boxes or subscription boxes? Because I think that would be fantastic if they, and it doesn't even have to be like a Tom Ford. I mean, I know that that's ridiculous. Now a Tom Ford body spray, those are about $75, I think. That would be reasonable. I would love to get a fragrance. Because honestly, I have enough eyeshadow palettes, but I know that we're all gonna get palettes. And I do like eyeshadow, let's be honest. So, for my fantasy eyeshadow palette, did you think I was gonna say Natasha Denona? I'm not. I have the Lila palette, I love it. I'm not really interested in anything else from her as far as eyeshadow goes. I would really like to get, well, I would love the Alien palette. Even though I'm a little bit scared of the packaging, is anybody else like terrified of aliens? At the same time, that's kind of one of the things that I really like about it, is that it would help me face my fear of aliens. Plus, I've heard nothing but good things about it. Staying with the Jeffree Star theme, I would like to get the Blood Sugar palette because I could not justify that one because I only liked about half the shades and I was like, well, the packaging is fantastic, but I have a very strict rule that I will never buy a product just for the packaging unless it's a unicorn. Speaking of unicorns, I would really love to get the Too Faced Life's a Festival palette. I got a lot of things from that collection when it came out, even though everybody was dragging it and saying it was stupid and it was immature, and I'm over here like, I'm a child, I want it all. But I couldn't justify the eyeshadow palette just because I have so many shades that are very similar to the shades in here. But if somebody sent it to me, oh yeah, and another Wayne Goss brush, because those things are fabulous. Who doesn't love a Wayne Goss brush? I have one, I have 3, I need 4. So my final answer to the question, Lainey, what is in your ultimate fantasy lucky bag? As follows. The Oribe Run Through Detangling Primer, the little mini one. I could use that this summer because I'm going to be doing some traveling. A Wayne Goss brush, perfume, some sort of highlighting palette or a highlighting and blush palette. Let's just go for broke and say Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush Palette in Daria. And a complete surprise. So that wraps it up for my own personal fantasy wish list. Tell me what you're hoping to get. Is there anything that you're hoping not to get? Magnetic lashes. Were you happy with what you got last year? Comment down below. I do respond to all of the comments. Like I said, I am a microscopic germ of a YouTube channel, so it's easy for me to do. And as always, thank you so very much for joining me. Throw me a pity like, give me some encouragement to make some more videos. Follow me on Instagram. I will follow you back. Very special shout out to you if you are watching this video on the toilet. And until next time, stay adorably obsessed with makeup.